everybody. This is Bethany Tran, the founder and designer-in-chief at The Root Collective. I'm here with M. Gray, who is a photographer. You've probably seen some awesome photographs that we've been posting lately. We collaborated with her on a holiday shoot, and she's also a fashion blogger over at shimmersofgray.com. So Emily and I have been having some conversations lately about the holidays and how much people have been spending. And we did a little bit of research, found some statistics, and we've been seeing that in the U.S., people spend anywhere between $465 billion to over $700 billion, depending on where you're looking, during the holiday season on gifts, which is crazy, right? I mean, that's totally nuts.
It all adds up to a lot.
It really, really does. So we did a little bit of research, too, and trying to put some of that in context of what that means in some of the countries that the Root Collective works in, primarily in Guatemala and Kenya. So did some research, and the GDP in Kenya is $79.9 billion, and in Guatemala it's $81 billion. So you put that in terms of what people are spending. We're basically spending way more than they even have in the GDP of these countries.
Almost 5 times. If I did my math right, almost 5 times the GDP of Guatemala.
My math is normally not right either.
Yeah. I think I got that right. It's crazy. It's really eye-opening, yes.
It really is. So Emily, I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about, what you really think that can mean in terms of how we're spending our money during the holidays and the kind of impact that can have, here in the U.S. and, in places like Guatemala and Kenya.
Yeah, definitely. So I have a lot of thoughts about it, but I think the first one that pops into my head is even though we discussed those stats through email before this chat, when you said that, I kind of wanted to crawl under my desk and I feel like a ping of guilt, at the holiday shopping I've already done and planned to do. And I think a lot of us have felt that way before after Christmas, or at least I have. You look around and you see all the wrapping paper and bows all over the floor, and you see all these new bright, shiny gifts, and you start to think, should have just donated all that money. And there's kind of 2 extremes. So we want to buy all these gifts and treat people that we love with a meaningful gift, and then we start to feel this huge guilt, and so we're like, should we have just donated all that money? And I've recently found over the past years, which is why I launched my blog, that there's a happy medium where we can actually be using our purchasing power for good, still provide people with meaningful gifts, but at the same time really equip some world changers on the ground all over the world with the opportunity to really drive change and positive change in some of the darkest pockets of the world. So that's why I love companies like the Root Collective, because you're really giving us that opportunity, and gosh, if you don't make it so easy. It's no secret, I love the Root Collective and pretty much everything, you guys offer, from shoes to scarves to bangles and necklaces. I pretty much love it all. But I guess the other thought that comes to mind besides the whole guilt thing is kind of this, I think people call it like a savior complex, or almost like, yes, it's the holiday season, so I should be helping poor people. And that sneaks up on me all the time, and I think the world tells us that. So they tell us about all these bright, shiny things, but at the same time during the holiday season, there's all this marketing and stuff around giving back to the poor and us helping them. And what I found out the hard way through doing research about companies like The Root Collective and what you're doing and what you're really teaching us is that we are not helping poor people. Like, there's so much more than that. And I've had the opportunity to be on the ground with some of your artisans, Otto, who makes your shoes, Willie, that makes your clutches, and they have the same dreams as you and I as small business owners. And they're incredible, and they are very smart. They are savvy small business owners, and what they're doing is really giving people empowerment through job opportunities. And so what we're doing when we purchase from companies like the Root Collective is we're linking arms with them. We're partnering with them.
Yes.
And we're actually honestly doing the easy work of purchasing beautiful things. And they're using that to employ more people in their communities. And what's great when I travel through developing nations and meet these artisans is that they're very thankful for our purchases, not so they can be rich and gain an empire, but so they can employ more people.
Yeah.
And so I can really tell you, one of my beloved shoes from Otto, I can really tell you, when you are buying, for example, a pair of Otto shoes, that they're a tool. We've talked about this before, Bethany. I know you've talked about it on social media, but this is a tool against gang violence because every shoe we buy, set of shoes we buy, is another opportunity for Otto to be able to provide a job to former gang members to show them that there is a way out. And so that's what you're really doing this holiday season when we invite you to, buy from the Root Collective or other companies that are really enabling you to use your purchasing power for good. We're not helping poor people. Yeah. We are linking arms and partnering with incredible artisans all over the world to really create this positive change. We're just helping to create a marketplace for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a long-winded answer. I'm very passionate.
That's okay, me too.
But I know that you have just some exciting things maybe coming up. I think I've seen you put some things on sale. Maybe tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, 'tis the season. So, yeah, we are. We have a bunch of stuff on sale right now. And also, Black Friday through Giving Tuesday, we're going to have some pretty great sales going on, too. But the thing that I always like pointing out with those sales that we have is that the artisans have been paid in full for those products. So it's not like, hey, when we put something, 25% off, that they're taking a hit on their end. They're not. They've already been paid for their products. We purchased them outright from them. So there's no risk. There's no, detriment to them and their business when we put these things on sale. And
I love your business model, which I'm not sure everyone catches because, it's not plastered out there on the front of your site, but you give 10% back. Can you explain to people a little bit more about that? Because I don't even know the full details.
Yeah, so we partner with nonprofits that work directly in these same communities that people like Otto and Willie live. So when you purchase, you will, if you purchase off of the website, you actually get to pick which nonprofit that you want to support with your purchase, and you get to do that on an item-by-item basis. So we have a page that really explains in detail what our nonprofit partners do. And then 10% of the profits of each sale that we have will go back to these communities. So we're really trying to take that double-edged support of the economic development. And then also, like with Lemonade International, one of their really big things is prevention with the kids, prevent them from even getting into the gangs in the first place. So we get to support those programs as well, which I think is pretty cool, really having that double-edged thing there. So
that's pretty unique in this industry even, I think.
It is, yeah. I think more people, there's a lot of companies out there that donate, but there's not a whole ton of companies that donate into the same communities that things are being made. And that really is something that's different that we're trying to do. So we think it's cool. But I wanted to ask you too, you have a Christmas concierge service. What is that about? Tell me about it.
Yes. Okay. So when I've been chatting with people, as I do just via blog comments or social media when I post things, and my blog is, ethically sourced fashion, fair trade, featuring companies that have some sort of fashion for good, give back to them. And I like to tell people that, this is not a burden. It's an exciting opportunity, especially around the holidays. Yeah. And I think what we just have to do is make it really, really easy for people. Like, really easy for people. So I literally blocked out my calendar for the 2 weeks post Black Friday, and I'm giving my newsletter subscribers an opportunity to get 20 minutes on my calendar. And I told them we can jingle all the way through their list. And, basically, I'm asking people to show up with their holiday list, explain personalities to me, the people they're shopping for. And I have literally, I think, at least 500 products in my head for men, children, just companies that give back. And I can tell you, definitely there's some Root Collective products in my brain that I will be helping people, buy and purchase for people on their list. So really, we've got everyone covered. So from the mother-in-law that still hates that you married her son, to the grandma that's like, don't get me a gift, but secretly gets really angry if you don't get her a gift. Oh, super stylish, teenage babysitters, hipster husbands. We've got you covered. So if people right now listening to this video are interested in hearing more about that, you can head over to shimmersofgrey.com and you'll find a post all about it. don't be worried if you see a picture of me in a pink apron and my dog looking not so excited. I've made her be in a photo with me. You're at the right place. I would love for all of you to be able to take advantage of this service, and I'll give you a sneak peek at what I would recommend just for those people that might be watching this now and like want to purchase right now. So some of my favorite Root Collective products are, I've literally made a list because I hope no one that is on my list is watching this because it will be what they're getting probably. But I love the Rust Ballet Flats. I think they're not only super seasonal, but they'll carry us into January and February. I know the rust and the purples and the creams and the blush pinks have been really big this season. I know it will carry through to the winter. And rust, I feel like, is also a color you can wear year-round. Yep. Okay, let me see what else is here. I really seriously hope people on my list aren't listening. I love the purple heart wood necklace. Ooh, again, with the same, like, the plums and the blush colors. I love that one. And I think it's pretty unique. Where is that one from?
That one's actually from Peru, and that wood, the artisan that makes that one, he partnered with a furniture maker. So the wood in that necklace is scraps that would have otherwise been thrown away. Totally cool, right?
Designers are so savvy. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Well, now I definitely will be purchasing that for someone on my list. And then if you guys have seen the holiday photos that we did, we definitely stacked those gourd bangles high. On our models, and while I don't suggest maybe 6 stacked for an everyday look, maybe at least 2. I just love the gourd bangles, and they're really light too, so they won't weigh down your arm, and it's kind of a funky arm party going on. And then any clutch that Willie makes, I think is fantastic. You've got the jewel tones going on a lot, which I always recommend jewel tones for people, but they coordinate with a lot of different things, and I feel like match everything. And just when I wear your things out and about, I get huge compliments on them, so that's always really fun. So it's hard not to get something for myself when I'm out shopping for my own holiday fix. But anyways, we really do want to make it easy for you this holiday season. So I think what's unique too is that, Bethany, you have the stories of your artisans on your website. So if and when you do give something from the Root Collective as a gift to someone, you can like print that off and cut it out and put it as like a little card in the box.
What a great idea.
You know, and I love that, you know, I've already ordered a few things for Christmas. So when you sent me a pair of shoes, someone on my list is getting, you put the hashtag auto made my shoes, is tied in a cute little bow, and it's just wrapped and ready to give, which I love. So seriously, you guys, take a look around the Root Collective site. Pick out some great things so we can link arms with those artisans. And if you need some help and guidance, head over to shimmersofgrey.com, and I'm happy to help. I can tell you the artisan stories of anything you're interested in, not only from the Root Collective, but if you have some, for example, guys on your list, I can help you with that too. And stay tuned because Bethany and I are headed to Guatemala in February to photograph some behind the scenes. You can get a look into even more of the great work Bethany and her team are doing, and there are some exciting things to come in the spring, but we can't talk about that yet, right?
Nope.
All right, let's deal. Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you so much, Em, for joining me.
Cheers.
Bye.